The 99th rejection scroll slipped from Kaito's grip and struck the stone floor. The exam hall fell silent for a heartbeat. Then laughter erupted.
99 failures, and you still can't even hold a scroll properly. Pathetic.
Next year. I'll try again next year.
He walked home through empty streets, the scroll crushed in his fist. His cramped apartment waited. Same cracked walls, same dusty lamp.
Every single one. 99 tries. 99 different reasons to say no.
His grandmother Aiko watched from the doorway, leaning on her stick. She said nothing.
You came home late. The exam. It did not go well, did it?
Number. It didn't. But I am not done yet. One more. Just one more try.
The old woman only lowered her gaze. She had heard those words 99 times before. At 15, the chief examiner didn't even mark his name. Too short, he was told. Too short to even begin.
I just need more time. Next year, I'll pass.
At 16, they rejected him for being underweight. The scroll joined the first one on the wall.
Kaito, eat. You'll need your strength. Don't let them take more from you than they already have.
To pay the exam fee every single year, he scrubbed tavern floors, hauled heavy crates, and worked until his hands cracked and bled. At 17, a low-light test failed his eyes. At 18, vertigo threw him off the high beam. Every year, a new flaw.
Each year, they find a new reason. Each year, the same answer echoes. Not good enough.
You come home with your head high. That is what matters. The rest is just noise.
By 24, his wall held 99 failed scrolls. He was still saving every copper for the next attempt.
The 100th try. I have to make it count. For her.
The morning before the registration closed, Aiko slipped out of the apartment alone. She returned with an empty finger under her patched sleeve. The pale line where her wedding ring had always sat was gone. That evening, Kaito found the envelope on his bed. Inside, more coins than he had ever held, tucked beside them. A note in shaky handwriting. For your 100th, don't argue, just pass.
She sold her ring. She sold the one thing she had left. Grandmother, I can't take this. This was your last piece of him.
His memory is not in a ring. It's in you, standing up again. That's worth more.
He could not speak. He only bowed his head and let the tears fall onto the floorboards. The next day, at the registration desk, he laid the coins down. A fresh exam scroll was placed in his hand.
This one will be different. It has to be.
Exam morning broke gray and cold. Kaito walked the long cobbled road to the academy, the fresh scroll tucked inside his jacket. Townsfolk called out from doorways. Some laughed, others just stared. He did not look back. Inside the exam hall, the air shifted. Cadets buzzed with nervous energy. Then the heavy doors groaned open. Commander Hina stepped in, and silence swept the room like a blade. Examiners froze. Even Reiji straightened his robe.
Why is she here? The commander never attends entry exams. Never.
So that's Commander Hina. Her eyes are like winter steel. She's looking right at the candidates.
It doesn't matter. The standards don't change. Let her watch that failure over there fail again.
Hina took a seat on the observation balcony. Her gaze swept the crowd, pausing for a single second on Kaito.
She looked at me, just for a moment. Does she know? No, impossible. Focus, just pass.
The first examiner stepped forward, unrolling a long list of names. The 100th exam had begun. The physical trial began cold. Kaito lined up beside cadets half a decade younger, their bodies a decade fresher.
I've hauled crates. My arms are strong, but my lungs have never been fast.
The horn sounded. Within 3 laps, he was last, breathing in ragged gasps that tore at his throat.
24 years old and still chasing shadows. He'll never keep pace.
I can hear them. Every step. Their scorn digs into my spine.
High above, Commander Hina watched. Her face was stone. No interest, No approval, no pity.
Permanent failure. That's what he is. 99 tries and the 100th one save him.
Permanent failure. That word. It cuts deeper than the cold air.
Kaito dug his heels into the dirt. He crossed the line, dead last, but he crossed it on his own feet.
Grandmother. I felt her ring against my chest. I can't stop. Not yet.
The written exam was spread over long tables. Kaito's hand moved steady. Tactical theory was the one subject his mind never failed.
Finally, a test where my body doesn't betray me. This I can do.
He set his pencil down before the other cadets. For once, he was first.
The scribbles are adequate, I suppose. But a soldier needs a voice, not just a pen.
The oral presentation began. Kaito rose, opened his mouth, and the old stutter locked his throat.
The formations should split. Here, Cove covering fire from the ridge.
Enough. A soldier who can't speak a clear order is a danger to his unit. Fail.
I knew the answer. It was right there. Why does my own voice strangle me?
From the balcony, Commander Hina had not moved. Her eyes tracked Kaito's retreat, not with pity, but with something unreadable.
The written part doesn't matter now. They already made up their minds long before I opened my mouth.
The final skill test came under a bright, punishing sun. Before him, the obstacle course rose like a prison, and at its peak, the high beam swayed.
Vertigo. It's been 7 years since they failed me for it. My stomach sinks just looking at it.
He climbed. Each rung of the ladder was an argument with his own body. At the top, the world tilted.
Look at him. Same frozen boy from 10 years ago. He'll never cross.
I can't breathe. The ground is spinning. One step, and I'll fall.
Half a step forward, his knee buckled. He pitched sideways into empty air.
He actually fell. Huh. And the commander saw it all.
Without a word, Commander Hina rose and left the observation deck. The examiners took it as final judgment. Hours later, in the empty exam hall, Chief Examiner Reiji extended the scroll. The red stamp bled through the paper.
100. It's really over. Grandmother, I'm sorry.
The weight of the 100th scroll dragged Kaito out of the academy gates. The sky broke open, and rain came down in sheets. His legs folded on the great stone steps. He did not try to rise. The cold water seeped through his patched jacket.
It was always going to end like this. I am not a scout. I'm just a fool who couldn't stop. Grandmother. She sold the ring for this. I have to look her in the eye and say, I failed. No more. No more exams. I'll tell her tonight. It's over.
He forced himself to stand, the scroll slipping from his fingers. The rain had plastered his hair to his skull. Then footsteps splashed toward him. A uniformed messenger cut through the rain, holding out a sealed envelope.
Kaito, Commander Hina summons you. Report to her office at once.
Commander. Hina? Why would she?
The messenger pressed the envelope into his hand and strode away. Kaito stood frozen, the 100th rejection scroll now mixed with a summons. He climbed the spiraling stairs to the commander's office, each step a question with no answer. Inside, Hina sat behind a great oak desk, her gaze waiting like a drawn blade. She dismissed the silent attendants with a wave.
You disgusted me today, not because you fell from a beam, because on those wet steps, you decided to stop.
You saw that? But how? I hadn't told anyone.
I have watched every one of your 99 failures. That stubborn crawl back is the only quality I measure. I am admitting you into the Cadet Corps, not on merit, on moral fiber. You will never quit, and that is all I ask.
Admit it? I failed every test. The examiners said there's no place for me.
The examiners measure bodies. I measure spines. Yours has not broken in 9 years. That is enough.
From her drawer, she produced a formal letter, sealed not with the stamp of failure, but with the crest of admission.
The letter feels heavier than all 99 scrolls combined. Grandmother, I didn't disappoint you.
Kaito walked out of the academy gates, the admission letter held before him like a shield. The examiners stared in disbelief.
That's the commander's seal. She can't just ignore procedure. This is absurd.
Their shouts are nothing. I can only hear her words. Your spine has not broken.
He did not stop at the tavern. He ran until the worn door of his apartment filled his vision.
Kaito, you are drenched. Sit down. I'll make tea. The exam. It's all right. We'll find another way.
Grandmother, look.
That seal. It's not a rejection. Kaito, is this...
It's an admission. Grandmother, Commander Hina herself. She's letting me in.
My boy. My stubborn boy. I knew your heart would open a door someday.
On the wall behind them, the 99 scrolls seemed to fade. Tomorrow, he would wear the uniform. Tonight, he was just her grandson. The next morning, Kaito pulled on the stiff cadet uniform. The fabric felt foreign, but it was real. On the training ground, he lined up with cadets ages 17 to 19. The youngest glanced at him and smirked.
Hey, old man, did you come here to retire? The obstacle course isn't a rest home.
Old man, I am 24, but to them, I am ancient.
The drill sergeant called for suicides. Kaito was last after 2 sprints. Rio lapped him, laughing.
99 fails and now this. You are not a cadet. You are a tragedy.
Keep moving. She said my spine hasn't broken. Don't let it break now.
Late that night, while others slept, Kaito slipped into the moonlit training yard and practiced until his legs gave out. High in her quarters, Commander Hina watched from a window. She didn't smile, but she didn't leave. The first week ended with Kaito at the bottom of every list, but he was still there. A week into training, the field exercise paired Kaito with Rio. The task was to hold a ridge point. Ryo had other plans.
You take the left flank, old man. I'll cover your back.
Kaito moved left, trusting. A foot shot out from the underbrush, and he went down hard, a root slamming into his ribs.
Ha! Commander's pet can't even spot a trap. You are a liability.
He tripped me. My ribs. I can't breathe right.
A single whistle cut through the trees. Commander Hina descended from the observation post, her face unreadable.
Rio, report to the disciplinary officer. Kaito, on your feet.
She led him to a shaded greenhouse near the edge of the training grounds, away from prying ears.
I've been last for 9 years. Quitting was never in my legs. It's not in my head either.
Hina said nothing, but the hard line of her mouth eased, just slightly. Weeks blurred into months. Kaito never climbed to the top of the rankings, but he no longer fell to the bottom. His body hardened, his stutter softened, and his knowledge earned grudging nods from even the harshest instructors. At the archery range, he noticed a younger cadet, Amy, struggling to hit the target. He remembered his own early failures.
I keep missing. The instructor says, I grip too tight, but I can't help it.
Relax your hand. Let the bow do the work. I know what it's like to fail. I've failed more than anyone here.
He corrected her stance without condescension. After that, Emmy sought his advice often, and a few other struggling cadets began to follow. Graduation day came under a bright sun. The ceremony field filled with families, and among them, a small figure leaning on a wooden stick.
Grandmother. She's really here, and she's smiling. I can't cry in formation. Not now.
When his name was called, Kaito strode to the stage. Commander Hina stood behind the podium, her expression unreadable. As he passed, she gave him a single sharp nod. No words, just acknowledgement. Later, in his grandmother's tight embrace, Kaito felt the weight of every scroll become light. 5 winters had passed since graduation. Kaito served at a rocky outpost overlooking the Eastern Sea, a silent, dependable soldier, neither the best nor the worst. He still wrote to his grandmother every week, but tonight he also addressed a second envelope to Commander Hina.
5 years, and I still don't know why she picked me. The question has turned into a splinter. I can't pull out.
In the letter, he thanked her again, but added a single line. If there is ever a time, I would like to know the whole reason. Weeks later, in the capital, Hina held the worn letter in her aging hands. She stared at it longer than usual. She did not reply, but a courier arrived weeks later with a different message, official notification of her impending retirement. When the news reached the outpost, Kaito read it twice. His chance was closing.
I can't let her disappear without a word. I've waited too long. I am requesting leave.
He penned a formal request for an audience with the commander before her retirement ceremony. No more waiting. The answer came swiftly. His leave was approved. The journey home would be his first in years. The road from the outpost was long, but when the capital's walls rose before him, Kaito felt the old knot return. He was led to a dusty office. Commander Hina stood leaning on a cane, her hair fully silver.
5 years, and you are still chasing a reason? I gave you admission, not a promise of explanation.
Commander, every day, I wonder if I was just a whim. I need to know what you saw in me.
I saw a man who couldn't walk away. So I am giving you something better than an answer. You are reassigned. Cadet instructor at this academy. Teach the repeaters. Show them what stubbornness looks like.
Instructor. Me? I am barely a soldier. She must be mocking me.
She pushed a sealed order across the desk. The wax emblem matched his admission letter exactly.
I don't understand any of this, but I'll do it. I'll try.
He walked out, the order heavy in his pocket. The questions still burned, but now he had a place to stand. The retry barracks smelled of old sweat and defeat. Cadets over 20 sat slumped at desks, their eyes wary.
These faces, they're all me 5 years ago. Haunted by the same question. Am I just wasting time?
On the third day, a young woman with short brown hair packed her bag. Her name was Emmy, and she had failed 4 times.
The instructors say I am a waste of resources. Maybe they're right. I should just go home.
Don't pack that. I failed 99 times. Emmy, 99. And I am here telling you to stay.
99? That can't be real. No one keeps trying after that many.
It's real. The commander let me in not for strength or skill, but because I couldn't quit. That's the only gift I have.
He pulled a crumpled, faded rejection scroll from his inner pocket, one of the very first. He held it out.
The system will fail you for 100 tiny reasons, but the only failure that counts is the one you choose.
Emmy slowly unzipped her bag and pulled out her training manual. The room held its breath. Months passed. Cadets from the retry unit began hitting targets and passing exams. The whispers around Kaito changed from mockery to curiosity.
They're still failures, and they'll drag the Corps down. I'll petition the commander to have you removed.
You forget your place, examiner. He stays. My last standing order still holds weight. Now leave.
She stood for me again. This isn't charity. It's the spine she saw. I need to stand for them the same way.
He stopped asking why me and started thinking who next. That winter, Hina collapsed during a briefing. She was moved to a sick room and did not rise again.
I am here, Commander. I am not leaving until I understand.
Soon, you'll know everything. But not tonight. Stay with me a little longer.
He stayed. When dawn broke, she was sleeping, but her hand still held his. Kaito walked out with a strange calm. The answer was coming, and he already knew it would break him. The next evening, when Kaito returned, Hina was propped against pillows. The candlelight caught something clenched in her hand. She opened her palm. A faded, yellowed exam scroll rested there, stamped with a red mark that had bled through decades ago.
This was my first. I was 12 when they rejected me. I failed 12 times before the old commander took notice.
12 winters of standing outside the exam hall, watching younger candidates pass, clutching the same red stamp over and over. Then an old commander, whose name she never spoke, pulled her aside and said the same words she would one day say to a boy with shaggy black hair.
He told me I had a spine of steel, so I promised myself if I ever took his seat, I would let one outlier in. Just one.
That one was me. All this time, it wasn't my body or my mind you saw. It was your own reflection.
Yes, and you proved me right. You never became captain. You became proof that stubbornness matters.
Kaito took her hand. The faded scroll rested between their fingers, a bridge of failure across 2 lifetimes.
I spent 9 years asking why. Now I know. I was her promise.
The candle flame trembled as Hina's voice grew thinner. She pulled Kaito closer.
Your grandmother must be proud, but promise me. Promise you'll always look for the stubborn ones, the outliers, not because they deserve it, because the system has already decided they don't.
I promise. I'll find them, Commander. Just like you found me.
Her fingers loosened in his. The old rejection scroll slipped from her palm and unfurled across the blanket.
The red stamp is still there, but she's not.
Hina's eyes closed, but the faintest smile lingered on her lips. Kaito pressed her hand to his forehead. He did not cry. He had a promise to keep. Outside the window, a new dawn was breaking. The academy bell began to toll.
For every time a bell tolled for a failure, she heard something else. So will I.
The memorial stone stood under gray clouds. Kaito, in dress uniform, held Hina's old scroll from the podium. The examiners looked on, expecting hollow praise. He gave them history.
Hina was rejected 12 times. She hid that truth so you would think the core fair. She chose me to keep a promise, and I intend to keep it.
Stunned silence. Then whispers spread. Even the old examiners could not meet each other's eyes afterward. In the courtyard, Kaito saw a boy hunched on a bench, a rejection scroll clutched in his fist. The same shaggy hair, the same patched jacket. A mirror of himself at 15, Kaito knelt before him. He pulled back his own jacket, revealing Hina's faded scroll pinned inside. The boy's fingers tightened around his scroll. He did not speak, but his eyes asked the question Kaito knew well.
I failed 99 times before someone saw me. I see you.
Years later, a wheelchair rolled through the academy gates. Aiko, now under blankets, lifted her chin toward the training field. On the field, Kaito led a group of older recruits. His voice carried steady and patient.
That voice, it trembles less than it used to. He is exactly where he belongs.
A banner above the drills caught the sunlight. Resilience over talent. Kaito turned and saw her. His hand fell to his side, and he crossed the field without a word.
I saw the 100th try with my own eyes, and now I see this.
You were the first to see me, grandmother. Long before any commander.
He leaned down and wrapped his arms around her. The wheelchair creaked. Neither of them let go.
My stubborn boy, you made it.
And on the training field, surrounded by those who had once been told no, the 100th try was finally complete. In his office, the 99 failed scrolls hung in a grid. The center frame waited. Kaito placed the 100th scroll into the center. Its stamp read, "Admitted." Below the grid, a small plaque gleamed. The 100th changed everything. Through the window, afternoon light fell on the training field. A new group of older recruits drilled beneath the banner. Resilience over talent. A woman with short brown hair, now a lieutenant, glanced up and saluted. Kaito watched, a faint smile on his face. The wall of scrolls behind him was whole. The sun dipped low. The field emptied. He remained at the window. Behind him, the wall of 100 scrolls caught the last light. 100 failures. 100 failures. 100 tries. Kaito never made captain. He never wanted to. That was enough.